Hi, my name is Rachel Marr. I'm 29 years old. I moved to the United States when I was 9 years old. That was back in 1991. My memory of Lebanon, I remember my mother yelling and screaming for me because a bomb had gone off. And when bombs go off in Lebanon, you have to run downstairs and hide in the dungeon where it's this small and there's about 10 to 15 people that are hiding down there with you. So that day, I remember, like I said, my mom was yelling for me and she couldn't find me until it took her about 3 minutes to find me because I was so scared. I was hiding under our table. She grabbed me and ran downstairs with me. My father was already downstairs waiting for us. We all went into the dungeon and we were there for about 2 days. I remember my dad opening up cans for us to eat out of. It was the scariest thing of my life. My parents decided that that wasn't the life that they wanted for me and for their future children. So my dad went and got us some visas, and as of 1991, we came to America. I came not knowing a speck of English, not knowing anything about the American culture. One of the biggest things that happened to me when I was out here is when I was 11 years old, I got hit by a car because in Lebanon, there are no street lights. And in America, there are street lights. So me not knowing the culture decided to cross the street when it was red light. I remember it was the 4th of July and we were going to a park, and you know, we were just having a celebration just like everybody else, enjoying our 4th of July holiday. And I believe, and this is everything I've been told, I don't even remember the day. I was told that I was crossing the street with my aunt and my cousin, and I ended up letting go of her hand, and I was crossing back and the light was already red, and out of nowhere a car hit me full on and I went flying to the other side of the curb. And if it wasn't for my aunt, who was a nurse back home in Lebanon, she had to do CPR on me. My cousin was telling me that my mother was just going crazy, yelling and screaming, my daughter, she's dead, because I was literally just laying on the floor, no motion, nothing. I wasn't breathing until my aunt, you know, full on just decided to jump and do what she was taught. I was also told that the paramedics came and there wasn't time to drive, so I had to be flown into UCLA hospital. And I was in surgery for about 4 hours, came out of surgery, was in a coma for about a week, I believe. They were able to save my leg. They had to remove a bone from my hip and insert it into my leg. And I have a scar right here on my eye. It got cut open, and I have pictures. Even when I look back at pictures, I still don't remember anything, but I remember when I was in the hospital. That I do remember. I don't remember waking up. I just remember like a few days after. I remember how I had to learn how to walk again because I could not walk on my leg. My leg was bent for a month and a half straight. I had a cast on. Actually, I had a metal thing connected to my leg first. And I had to learn how to walk on crutches. Physical therapy was not fun for me at all, but I was able to get through it. Just the American culture was very difficult for me to understand, and even till this day, for my parents, they still don't quite understand it, and it's a struggle between my parents and I, because I can say that I am Americanized right now, but as for my parents, not even close. I remember when I was a teenager, it was really, really hard because I would watch my friends go out to the mall or go grab a bite to eat after school. I wasn't allowed to do that. I had to come straight home. My mom would be outside waiting for me 10 minutes before the bell rang to take me home. I wasn't allowed to hang out with any of my friends. My father was very controlling. He wanted to know everything about me, where I was, what I'm doing. There was a point in my life where I'd come straight home, run to my room, and lock the door behind me and just start crying and crying because I didn't think it was fair that I couldn't be just like all my other friends were. Not necessarily just going out and having a good time, but just wearing certain clothes and putting on makeup and even the nail polish. Like, I wasn't allowed to wear different color nail polish because my dad thought it was, it was like I was a bad girl. So it was just really, really hard. My dad wanted to keep the Lebanese culture here at home, and he wouldn't understand that we're living in America now and that he needs to learn how to adjust to the American culture, but he wouldn't have that. And I'd feel really bad for my mom because my mom would try to help me out in so many different ways and try to comfort me, but that wasn't enough for me at times because I'd go back the next day to school and all my friends would be talking about what a great time they had and, ooh, look at the new shirt they have, and just things that I wasn't allowed to do, and it was just really, really difficult. I did isolate myself at a point in my life when I was in high school. I fell into depression, and with the help of my mother and my aunts, I don't think I'd be the person I am today. I graduated from CSUN. I'm 29 years old. I graduated with Deaf Studies and Social Services. I work with troubled teenagers now, and I'm actually studying to be a court reporter as well. So I'm satisfied with how things are.